Hey, if you've watched any of my videos, you know, number one, I'm not getting any prettier. Number two, I'm not becoming any more profound. Three, I entertain myself with my silly stories and ideas and hopefully entertain you. Here's one I've had recently. I'm at the front end of my senior journey, and it's new to me, and it's probably new to many people. So my thought was, why not create a space where we can be prepared for the road ahead? How does it feel to become a senior citizen? Now, you may have received the AARP letter at 55. You may be further down the road than many others. But you know, nobody walked with us and said, this is what you're going to experience. We have rumors about what's ahead, but we're not always prepared. So I thought, why not create something where we prepare? So I'm developing a program called It Depends on God. And yes, it depends on God, but it's 5 steps to help you understand the movement to senior living. Those awkward moments that we don't want to talk about, but we probably have to get used to learning what they're really all about. Here's the first one. You come in, you sit down in a group of people in a circle. And as you sit in that group with all those people, I give each of you a box. But before the box is even dealt with, I invite you to have a cup of coffee, and then another cup of coffee, a bottle of water, maybe another drink. And once you've had plenty of beverage poured into you, then I say, take your box and go into the other room and put on what's in the box. In each box is a depends. When you return, we will continue in our discussion about whatever it is we're talking about that night, but the bathrooms in the home are closed for the remainder of the evening. And you get to practice what it means to live in the depends world. Number 2, this one's called Bible and Binoculars. So we're sitting in a circle and we're deciding we're going to study the Word of God. But see, there's only one Bible, and that Bible is 15 to 20 feet away from anybody in the group. There's a set of binoculars. And when somebody wants to read from the Word, they put the binoculars up to their face and they read from the distance of 15 to 20 feet, trying to discern what they're actually reading. Here's my third one. This one's called Trust Fallen. It's kind of a reverse of the trust fall we used to do with kids in youth group. Trust Fallen basically means you're going to sit in a circle, and ahead of time I've taken a chair and made sure that chair is very unstable. Nobody knows which chair it is. Maybe through the course of the night we get up when we move around a couple times, so there's an element of surprise. But at some point somebody's going to fall out of that chair. When they fall out of that chair, everybody else is to run from the room and then listen as there's the frantic cry of, I've fallen and I can't get up. We wait outside the room until I've fallen and I can't get up turns from just a cry that's part of the game until there's a moment of panic. We're going to experience that someday, maybe. Why live that with our awkwardness new? Why not experience it ahead of time? Here's my fourth one. This one's called the blender beat. On this particular night, you show up with your favorite food. I don't care what your favorite food is, but bring your favorite food. We're going to take all that favorite food into the kitchen, and we're going to take out a blender, and we're going to puree and mix up your favorite food, and then bring it back to you with 2 cups. One with baby food, and the other, your favorite food. Which one is your favorite? See, sometimes we might be forced into that soft food moment. So we're going to get ahead of that awkwardness. And here's the last one. This one is a concern for those moments when, as we get older, maybe we're going to lose a little bit of intimacy. We're going to be left alone. We may not have as many people around us. And everybody needs a hug. So this little encounter is called Hug, Slap, Tickle, Wink. I'll say that one more time. Hug, slap, tickle, wink. And here's how it works. You turn to the person on your left and you give them a great big hug. Now, you can hug any way that you want to, but you give them a really, really big, generous hug. If they slap you, then the game is over for you. If they tickle you and give a little wink, guess what? You move on to the next person. Some people will leave the game early. Some people will move on in the game, but everybody gets a hug. And so we're practicing a little bit of that generous handling of our affections. Well, you know, again, like I said, this is just me fooling around with ideas. But maybe It Depends on God needs to be introduced into your world. Maybe you're 25 years old and you say, what in the world are you talking about? Well, you know what? You're going to get there someday. And you don't want to be awkward in it. So maybe you need to come to it. Depends on God and experience it. Release a little bit of the awkwardness. That's it.